In 1.2 miles, turn left on US 6. Continue straight for 10 minutes to US 6 West, Hyannis, Boston.
Fuck, man. Fuck.
Basic income is for when the technology gets so good that there legitimately are no jobs. I don't think that we're there yet. So if you have a machine that can make everything basically for free, and then there's a bunch of people who you don't need anymore to do work, then you can talk about a universal basic income because there's no scarcity. Scarcity is what creates a need for labor. So if there's scarcity in any industry, then there's going to be a need for labor. There's going to be need for new labor. People are going to still have to, work on these trucks and deal with technology, and the computer industry didn't destroy jobs all over the United States when typewriters went out. So I think it's a little premature. I'm not sure there will ever be a day when there's a machine when the machine society is so well developed that it can stay.
In half a mile, at the roundabout, take the second exit on US 6 West, Hyannis, Boston.
T-shirts here, make them in Vietnam, and it costs us like $5. Right? So my view is, I'm not going to privilege ones. I understand a lot of this is politics. You want to favor manufacturing bases because there are a lot of manufacturing hubs in Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, Wisconsin. But
and they vote.
Since I don't care, right? Since I'm not a politician, my view is that if you want a thriving economy, you relieve as much regulation as possible. You lower the taxes for everyone, personal and corporate. You attract as much foreign investment as possible, and you allow people to build businesses with as little risk as possible. And then you allow them to compete. And if they succeed, they succeed. And if they fail, they fail. And you get rid of tariffs as well, because I want cheap inputs for my products, and I want cheap products on the shelves at the store, so I don't have to pay them.
At the roundabout, take the second exit on US 6 West, Hyannis, Boston.
$1 jillion for a pair of shoes. So my view of this is that economics is an element of freedom. I am a free person. I get to do with my money what I damn well please, and you don't get to stand in my way unless there is some sort of moral thing, right? Like if you want to say, look, let's put sanctions on Iran, let's put sanctions on China, right? China's funding North Korea right now. It hurts our national security. We want to put sanctions on China to try and pressure them into ending North Korea. That's a national security thing. But the idea that, like today, Trump rolled out this new plan on immigration.
Continue straight for 20 minutes to exit 72, Willow Street, Yarmouth Port, West Yarmouth, hold exit 7.
And he's
in 1 mile, use the right lane to take exit 72, Willow Street, Yarmouth Port, West Yarmouth, hold exit 7. Then keep left.
Well, I mean, it felt like my Twitter feed was just a dumpster fire. Anytime I retweeted anybody, I get get people emailing me, please don't retweet me, because as soon as I retweet someone, they just be hit by waves of these people.
And that's died off?
Yeah, since the election, it's really gone down a fair bit. But there were some pretty serious death threats. Like I got people calling my cell phone. I had to up my security. I already had a shotgun, but it was
Jesus Christ. Well, what started it off?
Probably me quitting Breitbart. So when I was, I was not a Trump supporter. I didn't vote for either candidate in this year's election or last year's election.
Who did you support?
In the primaries, Cruz.
Yeah, Cruz.
I supported him in his positions. He was the closest to me politically. I was not pro-Trump during the primaries. He didn't earn my vote during the general election. I thought, there's two ways to look at your vote, and this is what I always said to people. I said, vote for who you want to, but
exit right to exit 72, Willow Street, Yarmouth Port, West Yarmouth, hold exit 7. Then keep left to Willow Street.
For me, there's two ways to look at your vote. It's a coupon that expires November 9th, right? And so you either use it or you lose it. Or it says something about what you are willing to accept.
Keep left. Then turn left on Willow Street. Turn left on Willow Street.
And it's possible that there can be an election where both candidates suck and you just don't want either of them.
So what did you do during the election?
I voted down ticket. I skipped the top of the ticket.
Wow.
Which is the first time I've ever done that. So I didn't think either of these people was qualified to.
In 2.2 miles, turn right on State Route 28.
Looking around on Facebook.
Approaching a railroad crossing.
And I'll say to them, like, guys, you may think it's funny, and 10 years from now, your employer is going to find that, and you're going to be toast. And there are a lot of people who sort of fall into this idea that what you do online is anonymous, and it is not. It is not going to remain anonymous.
It's just a matter of time before it blows.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think there's going to be any anonymity in 10 years.
I agree. I think that we're moving in that direction. And this is actually a thing that bothers me in general. Like, did you follow...
In 1,000 feet, turn right.
the Donald Sterling saga out here.
Yeah, sure.
So it really bothered me.
Yeah, me too.
That everybody was willing to like take Donald Sterling's team away from him because he said something shitty to his girlfriend about Magic Johnson when there's no evidence that there's actual.
Turn right on State Route 28. In half a mile. At the roundabout, take the second exit on State Route 28.
Discrimination among clients at the Clippers and like again, if there are actual evidence of discrimination, then sure, boycott his team and do what the NBA has to do. But like, I'm pretty certain that every human being says crappy things to their intimate loved ones about groups of people and other people. And if this now becomes the standard, then I think that we're all toast.
Oh, for sure. And his defense of it was like very reasonable. He's like, I was just trying to get...
In 1,000 feet. At the roundabout, take the second exit.
He's like, I was just saying, shut the fuck up. He's like, he thought he was alone. He thought he was with her, and no one was recording him. And she was trying to say that she had recorded all of their conversations, that it was a part of her job.
He's like a...
At the roundabout, take the second exit on State Route 28. In half a mile. Turn right on Corporation Street.
Old guy, and he's obviously not with V. Stiviano because she's a Nobel Prize winning physicist. I mean, like, this is like...
He bought her a condo, and a Bentley, and a Ferrari, and he was just trying to fuck her.
His interview with Anderson Cooper was one of the classic interviews of all time.
I never saw it.
Oh my goodness. The moment where he says... Because there's a moment where he turns to Anderson Cooper and says, Anderson, have you ever fallen in love with a woman? And Anderson Cooper, who is, you know, super gay. Yeah, Anderson Cooper goes... He starts laughing. He goes, no, I've never had that experience. Well, Anderson, when you do fall in love with a woman... And he's so unaware. It's like... I'm sorry, like, I can't consider this guy, like, he's a KKK threatening figure. Like, the guy can't even, like, find the toilet in the mornings. He's, like, stumbling over his ottoman, like,
I had a bit I did about him defending him. Well, it's like, because if you look at what he actually said, everybody's like, he's a racist, he's a terrible person. He said, do me a favor. He goes, don't take pictures of black guys. He goes, in the next sentence, he said, I don't care if you fuck them. Just don't take pictures of them. I go, in my world, that's pretty reasonable. Like, you got a girl you're buying her a Ferrari, all he says is just don't take any pictures. You can fuck them. She should, like, leave well enough.
In 1,000 feet, turn right.
You're getting a Ferrari out of the deal.
No, I think that was, that whole thing was just like, it was our capacity to get ourselves outraged so we could show everybody how outraged we were.
Well, the president of the NBA, whatever the fuck his name is, what is it?
Adam Silver now, Adam Silver.
That guy that got on TV and was talking about it like it was the most...
Turn right on Corporation Street. In 900 feet, turn right.
The most horrific thing that's ever been said by any human being.
Jim Crow at Clipper at Staples Center.
He should have gotten on TV and said, look, this is obviously, we know what this was. This is a gold digger and an old man. The story is old.
Turn right, then keep left. You've arrived at your destination.